Peace petals. This is Indie Black back with another video. Today is going to be a special video. I'm testing out my Immersion Blender, which I've been looking forward to because I've always been into skincare and healthcare, but I did little DIY crafts and stuff like that at home, and I've been ready to take things to the next level, and I finally invested in a blender. So I'm going to be testing it out, creating a homemade hair conditioner for myself and for my daughter. So you guys get a sneak peek of that, and we're going to test this out. And hopefully you like the recipe so you can make it yourself. But also in the future, I plan on distributing some of these products. So thank you for watching this video ahead of time. Hope you enjoy. Let's get it. And my hair is wrapped up right now. I wanted to be able to wear this as a body moisturizer as well as a skin, as well as a hair conditioner, but we'll see how that turns out. I'll have all natural ingredients in it: oils, butters, essential oil, the works. So okay, so this is my Bella Immersion Blender. It comes with a whisk as well. This is what it looks like. I got it in red because I thought it was sexy. You know, I like how it looks, to be honest. This is next to my emulsifying flakes, which I'll get into that later, but yep. So I already kind of took it out the box. I'm going to take this to my room so you can see me blend it better. Oh, to the actual portion of my room and not just the closet. But it's been sitting here waiting to be used. So I'm going to show you the process. And then we'll get to the actual blending. Okay, so here I have my butters and oils that I'm showing you. In order, I have shea butter, aloe butter, which is a nice and light moisturizer, which works really well on my skin and my daughter's skin. Coconut oil. Also, the liquid at the bottom is Jamaican black castor oil, argan oil, an oil that's for hair growth by Awomi Naturals, which was gotten at a vending table, and argan oil. I also have my emulsifying wax, which is going to help to thicken our conditioner, which will make it work really nicely. This is great for combining water bases with oil bases to give you that nice fluff. It's also really great when making lotions, conditioners, butters, etc. for the skin. So what I want to do, as my oils are melting, I'm going to add in the emulsifying wax and blend it all together in order to get the consistency, and I'm going to add the water base as well. So here I have my Pyrex container. I'm going to transfer my oils from the bowl into my Pyrex. This is going to help me to melt all of the oils and butters together along with the wax. And all I'm going to do once I have the oil off of my spatula is to submerge my Pyrex into a pot full of boiled water that I had. So this is an easy method to use if you don't have any fancy equipment. I want to show you how to do this without any excuses. So I have a regular pot here. I had pre-boiled the water. It's nice and thick. The pot is nice and thick so that I have plenty of space for my Pyrex. As you can see, it fits in there nicely and my butters are starting to melt. So while that is melting, I'm working on submerging my chamomile leaves into water. You can also boil this water on the stove in a pot and put your flowers in it as if you were boiling pasta or perhaps making tea on the stove. If you need to, you can also put this in the microwave. You just want for the leaves to be able to penetrate the water. Here I'm checking on my butters and I'm going to add my waxes in. It's definitely tougher doing this having a young child around, but I'm just taking about a spoonful and a half, a regular tablespoon and a half of emulsifying wax. I'm eyeballing everything before I come up with a specific formula because I'm using this and my daughter is using this. I'm going to add in some lavender chamomile essential oil, which I will have linked below. About 12 drops to start as this is melting, and then I will go back in and add some later. I feel it helps the process to work better that way. So I have my chamomile infused water here. I'm also going to take some coconut milk and put about a tablespoon and a half of that into the mix. Coconut has great fatty essential acids and amino acids and protein, which is really great for helping to strengthen your hair follicles and strands. So I'm just going to mix this together, and it smells so amazing. Oh my gosh, you guys. This was a really fun part because I've been wanting to work with coconut milks and cream bases forever in skincare products. So I was really excited to be able to try this. So yes, most of my oils and butters have melted along with the wax. I did have to go back and reheat my water. It's very important to try and keep your water base and your oil base the same temperature or around the same temperature if you can, so that it blends efficiently. So here you can see I have my blender plugged in, and I'm going to start mixing my oils together. This was so exciting. This is my first time trying it. It was so cool to watch the oils transform and to start bubbling up and also to start thickening. So after I do the oil by itself, I added my water base, which my chamomile tea and my coconut milk, and I pulse that as well, and you can instantly see how creamy it gets and the color changes. It's so amazing. I'm going to show you another view of this. So you can see how it's bubbling up and it's starting to thicken. It almost looks like a milkshake. But yes, this is how it looks. It doesn't get much thicker than this. I'm sure this is in part to how much of the emulsifying wax I added, and just me using things intuitively, like how I season food when recording this. But this blender works extremely well. It has a lot of power. It's very light, less than 3 pounds, but it definitely got the job done. And this was a decent amount of product to work with. So I'm just trying to get down there as much as I can and to blend it really well. So yeah, at this part it wasn't as thick as I wanted it, so I froze it for 10 minutes. And then here I am showing you how I take out my Pyrex container, because I just put saran wrap over it and put it in the freezer. But when I remove this, I see that it has mostly thickened, kind of like how I make my shea butter in my shea butter video. And my daughter woke up, so I'm kind of one-handing it here. But I'm just showing you this process. It's definitely thicker. It's still movable though. When I tip it all the way forward, I can see some parts didn't get completely frozen. So this was really great for more of a deep conditioner or a body lotion or butter because it got really thick. And so I'm just going to plug in my emulsifying my Immersion Blender again. And on the first setting, I'm going to pulse it so that I can get that creamy texture that I was looking for, that's nice and thick and rich. And freezing it definitely helped. You don't want to freeze it for too long. I'd advise about a 5 to 10 minute range depending on how thick you want it. So I'm going to blend. And I definitely advise you holding this. I had no choice, so this is what I was doing. But I'm going to blend. I love the color of this blender, you guys. I think red was the way to go. You can see even on the blade how thick this product is. So amazing. And here I'm showing you the top view of this conditioner. I wanted to use all natural ingredients that you can use on your skin, your hair, because I feel it's so important to have that quality in your hair products and your skincare products. Look how rich and easy this conditioner rubs in my fingers. I have no problem at all. It gets really thin really quickly, so you can tell that it's absorbing really nicely, and you can see on my finger that shine, that luster, and how that just translates through on my skin. That dissolved really quickly, and I only used one hand to rub it in. So imagine fully, applying a product to the desired area. You'd reap tremendous results. I love being able to make stuff like this at home because it can be quite costly. So here I'm showing you my preservative, my Dermaben Plus. It's a liquid preservative that is non-GMO and vegan. This is a really important step when combining water-based solutions with the oil bases, because water bases have a shelf life. As we know, water is an important aspect of our life. It's made up, the majority of our body is made up of water, and so we know that living creatures love to be in it. So I put my preservative in. I also added a few more drops of essential oils just for the extra bit of scent, and I'm going to mix this with my spatula as best as I can just to make sure that the product is fully coated. I love the smell of lavender and chamomile. This makes it a great product for infants and children as well. So there you have it, my final product, deeply conditioning and moisturizing body butter, lotion, hair conditioner, what have you. Thanks for watching this video.